everyone. Welcome to STEAM for Tweens. I'm Miss Jennifer here at the Warrenton Library. In today's program, we are going to make geometric string art. If you picked up your supplies here at the library, you'll have everything you need to create today's craft at home, except for scissors and tape, and optionally, graph paper, a ruler, and colored pencils. If you didn't get a bag, you'll also need to gather a piece of thin cardboard like the back of a notepad. In this case, I have black cardboard, but you could just take apart a notepad like this and use the cardboard. A pencil, a round template to trace onto a piece of paper that is smaller than your cardboard. So in this case, I have a little 6-inch bowl. And a thumbtack, and yarn or string in the color of your choice. In this case, I have some pink and some blue, but you can pick any color yarn that you like. I also will need a tapestry needle. It's tiny, and so it got lost in the shuffle. I recommend plastic. But you can use whatever large gauge needle that you have at home, depending on what your adult can give you. Optionally, you may also like to use a white colored pencil or gel pencil to decorate your string art. And if you're using a piece of cardboard from the back of a notebook, it's also optional that you could paint your cardboard any color that you want before you start. All right, string art or thread art is an arrangement of colored thread strung between points to form geometric patterns or designs that resemble shapes or objects. It was first known as curve stitching and created in the 1800s by Mary Everest Boole as a way to introduce children to mathematics. The mathematical concept behind string art is that it's possible to make a curved geometric figure using straight lines. Its impact inspired members of both the mathematic and artistic communities. Its modern application is as a decorative craft. You may be familiar with string art that looks like this, using wood, hammer, and nails and thread. Today, we're going to create a similar craft, but without the woodworking. And that is what I showed you earlier with our string art. For those just starting out, simple string art designs and geometric patterns are best. Typical beginning shapes in art are triangles and circles. Those of you who picked up a bag of supplies have a pre-made board with a circle pattern. After we try this together, you can always make more in whatever pattern you'd like. You can poke holes in another piece of cardboard in any desired shape and distance apart. The repetitive nature of the design we're doing today will help you practice your technique before trying something more intricate and complicated. The pre-made boards will still allow for creativity, however. You can decide what colors to use and what kind of pattern to make as you pull your yarn through the holes. The yarn must be pulled taut between the holes, and when you switch colors, you can simply cut the yarn and tape it to the back of your project so that it stays in place. When your yarn design is complete, you can use your white pencil to further decorate the cardboard if desired. So here's just some doodling that I did on the side of this. It's entirely up to you. You can make it as intricate a design as you like, or just omit it entirely, and so you'll have a plain design. All right, so let's work on this together. We have our pre-cut board here that I have already gone around and placed some holes, but let me show you how easy it is to do. We want a hole here where the line meets the circle, and we're just going to poke that right through. It's as simple as that. The backs of these notebooks and these pieces of cardboard are very thin, and a standard thumbtack will just go right through. And you want these holes to be placed at regular intervals around the circle. So what I would recommend doing is I actually took a piece of paper. This is cardstock, so it's a little bit sturdier. And I use this to make my template. So those of you who are doing this at home, you can take your bowl here or whatever you're using as your template. It just needs to be smaller than your cardboard. Trace around it. So you're making your circle around on the outside. And then because it's paper and you can fold it, it's a really easy way to make these segments that are equal sized. So you want to fold it in half once, and then in half again, and then in half again, and then in half again. So you're just making smaller and smaller cone shapes here with your circle. And every place where you folded it is going to be equidistant. And you can go around and make your line marks here so that you know where your holes need to be around your circle. And that is a good trick for making sure that your holes will be equidistant apart. So that's what we've done here. We have a board with all of our holes cut around the circle. And now we need to start using our string. So I have some blue and purple here. And the first thing to do is to thread our needle, which might be a little bit difficult, but the eye on these tapestry needles is pretty large. So you can just slide your yarn right through just like that. And if you need to, you can put your yarn in a folded piece of small paper and then push the paper through, and that will help you to thread your needle. So once that's done, we're going to pick where we want to start and think about the design that you want to make. If you want to practice before you start, or if you want to plan future designs, patterns can be created using your graph paper and a ruler. Use colored pencils to draw out the points of your holes and connect them with lines in your desired yarn pattern. This is a way that you can plan the colors and patterns you'd like to try and simply erase any mistakes or changes you decide to make. But we're just going to go for it today and make up something as we go along. So I'm going to pick this hole right here, and I'm going to flip it over and push our tapestry needle right through that hole. And the first time you do it, it might need a little bit of extra oomph to get it through, but it'll go. It's not hard at all. And then as the holes get a little wider, it'll be easier and easier to do. So we're going to pull that all the way through till we get to the end. And then we're just going to affix it with a little piece of tape. Because remember, this is the back side of our art, and no one will ever know that the tape is back here. So we've pulled that taut all the way through, and now we need to decide where we want this yarn to go. Maybe we'll cross over to this side and push our needle through again, give it a little shove, and then pull through. So we're connecting these 2 points on our circle with a line. And we can do that again and go back to our starting point and pull that through and go to the one next to that one on the circle. And I am just making this up as I go along. You all can create any sort of pattern that you want, but I'm going to make sort of a ray coming out of this point. And so I'm going to keep going back and forth to create a little bit of sort of a sunburst effect like that. All right. And we'll do one more, and then maybe I'll switch colors and see what else I can make. And this is a great way that you all can be creative and come up with any pattern and design that you like. So since I'm done with this string and it's still a little long, I'm going to cut off the end, and then I'm going to get another little piece of tape and just tape that end down because we are done with it. And now I can pick another point in the circle and another color. Here is some pink, and we can create another pattern. So remember, you have to thread your needle, and that can be a little tricky. But like I said, you can always take a little piece of paper. Let me show you how that works. You take a little piece of paper and just fold it and use it to sort of sandwich your thread. And this is a little big, so let me just tear that a little smaller. And then you can put the whole thing through the eye of your needle, just like, still a little big. There we go, just like that. And that will help you to thread your needle, just like that. Okay, so where shall we go from here? Let's try this opposite side of the board and push that through. And pull it taut. And then we'll take some tape again and tape it down. Here we go. So we can go back across the circle here. The possibilities are endless. This is the one that I created, but your pattern will look completely different and can be anything you want it to be. I hope that you enjoyed today's program. Come by the library to check out these books featuring crafts using yarn. Next month's program will be Math Magic Part 2, where you'll learn card tricks that work based on mathematical principles. Don't forget to register for a supply bag to pick up everything you'll need to participate at home. In the meantime, head over to our website, fauquierlibrary.org. Click on the research button and select Science, Math, and Environment from the list shown. There you'll find Science Online, a resource featuring articles, videos, experiments, and activities to enjoy on a range of scientific topics. Thanks for watching.